Good morning, year two. Can you guess where I am? Can you tell? Yeah, I'm back in school. It's weird being here without you. But next week, you'll all be in here as well. So that'll be so much fun. Okay, so welcome to your final week of videos. I know you already had some videos with Miss Drews and Miss Flaherty yesterday, but your final videos with me for the week. For reading this week, we're going to do something a bit different because, as you might know, this week is World Book Day. So have a look out on Thursday for loads of videos from different teachers reading stories for you. There's one from me as well. So that'll be really fun. So instead of doing our normal class book, because we kind of finished Flat Stanley anyway, this week we're going to be focusing on an Aesop fable. The specific fable that year two will be looking at is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Is that something you've heard of before? So it is a fable. What is a fable? Have we learnt about one before? Yes, we have. But what fable have we learnt about before? Have a think. See if you can jot down what you think a fable is and which fable have we done this year in year two. So a fable is a story with what's called a moral. It has some sort of lesson about how to be a good person, how to be a better person, a way to live your life. That's what a fable is. It has a moral to it, has a message that it is trying to teach its reader. Then, which one have we learnt before? Do you remember when we did the tortoise and the hare? Tortoise and the hare, about the tortoise who runs the race really slowly, the hare runs really quick and then takes a break. So the tortoise just slow and steady goes past him and wins. Slow and steady wins the race was the moral of that story. But we're doing The Boy Who Cried Wolf. But first, even though we're doing a different story, we're still focusing on that inference, that idea of looking for clues and putting on our detective hats, getting our detective glasses, and searching for the answer. So, Master Crow sat on a tree, holding a cheese in his beak. Master Fox was attracted by the odor and tried to attract him thus. So why did the fox want to get the attention of the crow? That's what it means when they try to attract him. They're trying to get his attention. Why? Why did the fox want the crow's attention? Okay, so using my detective hat, looking for clues. So get his attention. We're talking about him getting attracted to him. So that's around it. The fox wants to get the attention of the crow. Well, the fox was attracted by the odor. The odor. What does odor mean? The odor is like smell. It's like how something smells. Okay, so it's to do with smell maybe. And then what was the crow doing? He was sat on the tree holding a cheese. So what smell? Probably the cheese smell, and the fox liked the smell of the cheese. Oh, well, the fox liked the smell of the cheese. So he wants to get the attention of the crow so he can get the cheese. Because why would he want the cheese? To eat it, because he's hungry, okay? So why did he want the attention of the crow? Because he wanted the cheese that the crow had, right? So that's how it works, using your mind, really taking all those clues and putting it together to work it out. Mr. Crow, good day to you. You are a handsome looking bird. In truth, if your song is as beautiful as your plumage, you are the phoenix of this forest. Okay, so the weird language here, but what he's essentially saying is plumage is like their feathers, how they look. So he's saying you look really handsome and beautiful, and ooh, you're so pretty. But do you sound as pretty? Okay, do you sound as pretty? Okay, if you are as pretty as you look, if you have as nice a voice as your features, then you are the phoenix of the forest. You are the best thing about this forest. So why do you think the fox was trying to compliment the crow? Why was he being so nice to this bird? So hopefully you would have said how he wants the cheese, as we established before. So to get it, he might be trying to like get the crow to be his friend and then be like, oh, come on, we're pals. Give me some of that cheese. Yeah. If you really clever and really think about it, your voice, he wants to hear him speak, but we know that the cheese is in his beak, in his mouth. So if you start singing and you've got cheese in your mouth, that cheese is going to fall out and the fox might get some. Okay. So why do you think the fox complimented the crow? To try and convince him to give him the cheese. Okay. So that's a lot of what we're dealing with. How, why, how do characters feel and why do they feel it? Why did they do what they did? Okay. Right. We're on to our fable, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There once was a shepherd boy who was bored as he sat on the hillside watching the village sheep. To amuse himself, he took a great breath and sang out, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." The villagers came running up the hill to help the boy drive the wolf away. But when they arrived at the top of the hill, they found no wolf. The boy laughed at the sight of their angry faces. "Don't cry wolf, shepherd boy," said the villagers, "when there's no wolf." They went grumbling back down the hill. Later, the boy sang out again, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." To his naughty delight, he watched the villagers run up the hill to help him drive the wolf away. When the villagers saw no wolf, they sternly said, "Save your frightened song for when there is really something wrong. Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf." But the boy just grinned and watched them go grumbling down the hill once more. Okay, so that's the first section of the story, and it's what we're going to focus on today. So as we've talked about, we're focusing on inference, and here are your questions. It's all about why things are happening. How do you think they are doing? Okay, this is in teams as normal. I think it's 7 questions. Yeah. For you to have a go at. When it's why questions, think about because. Use your clues. Be that detective. Use that magnifying glass. Be that detective. Work out those answers. Okay. And then if you really want to stretch yourself, if you run through that, can you write some true and false statements about the bit of Boy Who Cried Wolf tomorrow? And we'll find out what happens in The Boy Who Cried Wolf tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye.